Good morning. I'm checking on my Wi-Fi. I just bought one of these little jet packs, and so now I'm mobile. I can go anywhere on the island, and I'm super excited because the very first place I wanted, put this down, the very first place I wanted to bring you today is to the labyrinth. And you can see right out here is the center of the labyrinth, and it's phenomenal. And behind me is the harbor and the ocean sound, and it's fabulous. And this is the very first thing I did when I came to explore Bainbridge, so I thought I would bring you here. Today I want to talk about self-advocacy. This is treating yourself as if you are worth no less than any other being. You are worth no less than any other being. So this ties into the themes that I've been talking about since January 1st. Subjugation, which is to power over, and empowerment, which is to power within. And sort of how to embrace your novice badass self. And we're going to talk about all of that today. What self-advocacy is self-awareness. It's an honest assessment of strengths and limitations. You know, what do you know that you're really good at? And what do you know that you have some gaps? You have some things that aren't the same as what you want them to be. What are your unique skills and abilities? How do you self-monitor? And are you willing to do deep exploration? That's what self-advocacy is. By definition, it's supporting, recommending, in favor of, action of influencing, and representing self. How you represent yourself in the world. So this is really key right now because we are unique beings and we're going through a lot of changes. And in all that chaos that's going on out there, the only really important thing that matters is how we support ourselves, right? How we take care of ourselves first. That oxygen mask, story where the mom has to put the oxygen mask on before she can help her kids. You have to take care of yourself first. So whether you're battling the battle of women right now, or you're exploring gender, exploration, or you're a sensitive or an empath and you see the world really differently. Maybe you have learning challenges and you learn differently than the norm, right? You have specific things that you're good at. Whether you've been dominated, whether you're looking at alternative lifestyles like small housing or getting off the grid or not working the 40-hour work week, doesn't really matter. What comes to mind for you? What is it that you are wanting to empower yourself about knowing and being about yourself? Those are just a few that I came up with, and there are so many more, right? So when we speak and act on our own behalf, this is not passive. This is really active. This is an entire intentional, directed energy. So Susie Miller, she works with autism, and she calls it awesomism, and sensitive kids. And she does a monthly energy report, and she's the best example that I've seen in a long time. She said, what if we are these tremendous beings, right? I have all of this big energy around me. I am a energy system in and of myself. And I have to bring it all down and put it on the earth in the size of a postage stamp. How do you funnel all of who you are down to fit and stand on a postage stamp? So what we talked about in this is that it requires attention. It requires focus. It requires skill, patience, right? A sense of humor because, we're going to wobble and we're going to go, ugh, that didn't work. Cooperation from the entire body. We have to have, okay, now when you put your arms out, that doesn't work. When you put your arms in, it works better. When you breathe calmer, it works better. Your whole body system has to cooperate with you, right? Self-knowledge, compassion, definitely compassion, curiosity, clarity, boundaries. Well, I'm doing this, so leave me alone. I'm focusing right now on how to stand on a postage stamp. And failure, of course. How many times are you going to fall off? Anyone who's done balance beam or fly fishing, it doesn't really matter. You try a new skill and it's like, I suck at this until I start to get it, right? You're going to fail. So have a sense of humor about failing. What works when you're trying to stand on this postage stamp? And what doesn't work? What distracts you? What brings you into focus? Who helps you? And who tries to pull you off of this? These are the important questions to focus on right now when we're bringing all of our energy into ourselves and we are advocating for ourselves. So how do we become good at maintaining this when others around us are sort of like, trying to bring us in, trying to bring us out? There's distractions going right and left. And Jennifer Hoffman, she's an energy writer on Spirit Library. She has her own website. She's phenomenal. She uses a term called act, assess, and course correct. Make sure you're doing something, right? And then assess. Oh, if I were just to let go, bend my knees a little bit, it works better. And then course correct, right? So we're trying to stand on a postage stamp. We're trying to put all of our energy and focus it into the ground in one spot. So we need to act in a minute. So we want to act, assess, and then course correct. And we have to remember, we're new at this, right? No one's ever told us we have to put all of our energy into a spot on the earth that can be as concentrated and as specialized as this, right? So when we're learning something new, we have to be that badass novice, right? We have to get curious. We have to look around and go, I've never done this before, and I'm going to take all the skills I have and learn how to do this. So we are novices. I have this list. This is a good list. We are novices at seeing ourselves compassionately with our own skills and our own limitations. We're novices at that. We are novices at stepping across the lines of known and dependable plans and stepping into being flexible and adjusting and not being attached. We are total novices at that. We're really good at coming up with plans and pushing through. We are multitaskers. We are managers. How do we let go of that and be flexible? We are novices at making mistakes and taking time to honor them, assess them with kindness, correct ourselves with gentleness, and explore without that inner harsh voice. We're total novices at this. We are novices at how it looks to others when we focus on ourselves and letting go of what other people think. And we are novices at creating different perspectives and looking at things through a multidimensional lens. These are all new tools for us, things that aren't always going to work the way we want. We are going to fail. We are going to need all of our attention. We are going to need our patience and our practice, right? Oh, this is Ingrid Bergman. She's amazing. You can tell my ADHD kicks in every once in a while. So whatever you're planning, whatever you're planning to do with this, however you want to play with it, right? Pay attention to what has your attention right now. What is it that's calling you and going tap, tap, tap? I like that idea. This is where I can see it helping me. How does this line up with your view of self? And this postage stamp, this idea of directing all of you into this one spot. And how do we look at some ways that you can step into advocacy, right? So can you observe all of this? Standing and wobbling and figuring it out and let it inform you? Do you know how to let the world inform you, right? Are you willing to test out these ideas and these theories and bring yourself and others along with you? Like sometimes as a mom, it's like, no, you can't talk to me about self-advocacy. But at the same time, how do I focus on me and then learn, you know what? I'm doing really well, so I have room for more. I have room for more. And then knowing when you have just enough and being able to put the rest down and say, I'm good. I'm good right now. If there's something that doesn't work, can you come at it again with curiosity and playfulness? Think about a dog when the ball goes under the couch and they're trying to figure it out. Or all you have to do is put a gate up in a room and watch a toddler trying to figure out how to get that gate down. That's what we're talking about. Be curious and be playful. Are you enjoying this process? Does it entertain you? Or are you frustrated and harsh and full of judgment? That's not self-advocacy. That's just playing the same old crap that everybody plays on you all the time. To be a self-advocate, you have to be curious and playful, right? And you have to enjoy it and be entertained by it. Like, yeah, that didn't work. I could spend days trying to figure out how I'm going to stand on this postage stamp and enjoy life. So as you explore what works and what doesn't work, and how you let yourself be supported by the outside world, to be able to ask for help and say, hey, I'm doing this right now. I would really like it if you could, and you just ask for support. What's key to remember is that we're developing a new level of mastery. We're developing the mastery of self-advocacy, of how to inhabit a very narrow, not narrow by definition of limitations, but narrow by definition of focus. We are stepping into mastery, complete mastery. This is what happens when we own our life, when we self-advocate and we represent who we are, our unique, beautiful, different selves. So this is what I do. I'm a coach, and I work with sensitives and empaths and young adults and moms and dads and all sorts. So if you're curious, get on my website, DeniseDrydenCoaching.com, and give me a call or drop me a note, and I would love to chat with you. So you have a great Sunday. The sun's out, the water's calm, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So get out there and enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.